The following is a presentation of ComedyVoices.com.
Hey guys, awesome episode coming up. We have an email from a guy whose girlfriend wants more guy friends, and then some of our best hypotheticals to date. Check it out, get involved, spread the word.
Check in and subscribe to your favorite show on ComedyVoices.com. Powered by digital media. Find your voice. Stand Up Labs and UCB Comedy lead the way in bringing you one laugh after another on ComedyVoices.com. A digital media production.
Coming to you from the top of the Stand Up New York Comedy Club, this is a Stand Up Labs production, powered by ComedyVoices.com. Find your voice.
Hello and welcome to the TFM podcast. This is J Train, Jared Freed, coming to you live from New York City's Upper West Side. Stand Up New York Labs. We're here every Tuesday and Friday with your emails, your stories, your questions. Last week was our first week going 2 times, and the response was amazing. You guys. It seems like this is a success, so I'm happy you guys are enjoying twice a week. We're going to keep going with it. Tuesday and Friday. Sorry, excuse me. Tuesday and Friday every week, and we got your emails, your stories, your questions. They keep getting better and better. Thank you guys so much for sending in those emails. You can send in anything you want to tfmpodcast@gmail.com. That's tfmpodcast@gmail.com. We got some great ones coming up. I'm excited about today's guest. We've had him here before. Pumped to have him here again. Andrew Collin, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Pumped to have you. Bro, you had you had good stories the last time.
Yeah, they weren't bad, right?
And you went to Florida?
No, Tulane.
Tulane
In New Orleans. We got Tulane people out there.
And your house burned down with the cat.
Yeah, the cat burnt it down.
I don't know what the episode is. Maybe, Mansam, you could find out what episode Andrew was on before, but it was a great episode. Go check it out. You can find him on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, @Andrew T. Collin on all platforms. Thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me. It was fun last time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So we're going to get into these emails. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We have some awesome emails. I want to thank you guys for spreading the word. Keep doing it. This is free entertainment twice a week now. And there's many ways you can pay me for this podcast, and one of it is to tell a friend. The other one is to go on iTunes and like us and comment. That helps us. And the other one is to just keep listening. Keep keeping on. So, I really appreciate it. Also, I was just at the Stand Up New York last night. Huge table of podcast fans came out. They all looked like they were, birthed from Nixon, they
were older.
Yeah, no, they just looked like they were they just looked like they were just put together by an '80s bad guy in an '80s movie. Oh yeah, just all poloed up and just huge.
How many polos? 2?
Probably there were like 20 of them, and they were just all laughing. Like you can tell the podcast dudes because they laugh like big bears.
Yeah,
that's great.
Anytime
I love it.
You say pussy or I raped her or something.
Yeah, they're in. They're just like, oh, more pussy. And I also did, this past weekend, I did a show at a kid's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, how'd that go? What time was that at?
12 in the afternoon.
That's what you want, a nice noon.
A noon show for 13-year-olds. It was fine. It was funny. It was like out of an SNL sketch because he did his bar mitzvah at the comedy club. And then they're like, and now Jared Freed, and it's like
the rabbi?
No, from the booth, some guy who's like, I'll give you a good intro, and then he fucked up the intro. Then I'm walking on.
Did they blow the shofar or whatever?
Yeah,
He's coming.
Yeah, I went on and it was fine. One of the kids was like, he looked like a future listener of this podcast. He's just the biggest dick.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yo, I brought up Snapchat because I was like, I guess they know they are all on Snapchat. I was like, and then the one kid, he's got red hair. He just looked like he was going to be an asshole to me. 13-year-old kid is like, yo, my friend just sent me a picture of you and it says loser on it.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, and then all the kids laughed. And then he goes, no, look, here it is. And I was like, I believe you, man.
Yeah.
I don't need to see it.
It would be great if you just beat the shit out of him.
Fuck you. And
Get out of here, you piece of shit, you redhead ginger.
Let's go to the emails. You ready?
Let's do it.
Go follow Andrew on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Funny Comic. Go follow him, support him. Andrew D. Collin with 2 L's. Let's go to this. This one's called Drunk Text.
Uh-oh.
I love a good drunk. Free Train. What's the move if a girl drunk texts you, but you don't see it till the next morning? Do you respond? I don't have a whole lot of interest. Definitely not enough to respond for a sober convo. Thanks. What do you think?
That's a good question. So he wakes up in the morning.
This happened to you, right?
I wish it has more.
More. Yeah, we all wish.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I think the older you get, the less, like in college, that shit, I don't know. I feel like you're way more connected. You know what I mean?
I will wake up. I think it's like waking up.
I think you get laid way more to me. I think that's the problem.
No, well, here's the thing. I think waking up to that's the gift.
Yeah,
that is
it's a nice gift. But do you hit it up right away though, or do you wait later in the afternoon?
Well, here's the thing. I've never celebrated Christmas, but I'd imagine
that would be nice
when I wake up to
the
text that says "What's up" at 2 a.m. And I wake up to that at like 10. I'm like, oh, this is a gift.
Yeah, but that's a gift you can't necessarily use, right?
Well, no, I like to think of things glass half full.
Okay.
And
My glass is broke.
To me, this is a free card.
Okay.
This is like one of those it's like the girl just gave you a coupon.
Okay, so then the next night
she's exhibited interest.
Okay.
So right now you have in your back pocket that there is a girl out there. Your level of interest doesn't matter.
Okay.
Your dick doesn't know how interested you are in this chick. Your dick just knows it wants to get off. And what this girl has done is let you know that she's down.
Okay.
And down for no strings attached. So it's like an Uno when you get that free card.
Yeah.
You're like, I can throw this down anytime during this game.
You got the Joker.
The game isn't lasting 2 years. You got a 3-week period where you can cash in this
now, at what time?
This morning text.
Do you have to wait until 2 a.m. to respond?
No, you do respond, but in kind. You let her know that you're cool with it. You're the coolest.
Keep them coming. I'm sorry I was asleep.
Sorry
I was asleep.
I write back. Really upset I missed this. Seems like I missed. Really, you write back at some point in the day. She might come to you first, be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," which will happen. It's one of two ways. She writes back, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe I got so drunk," and you just be cool with it.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
Don't feel bad.
All you have to do is let her know. Upset. Seems like I've missed a fun night.
Yeah.
And and then send that emoji with the sunglasses on.
The cool guy.
Cool guy. You be too cool for this, okay? Because you want, it's like a spider. The spider lets...
Is that an emoji?
I wish there was a spider, but the spider lets its prey walk onto the web. Okay. So you're letting this go on. Walk onto this web of cum.
Yeah, a little web, a little cum web.
I got some pre-cum from that morning text. So you be ultra nice. You let her in.
But he's not that interested in her. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Won't matter when he cashes this free card in.
Yeah.
And this goes both ways, male or female. Like if you get that late night text, you just know that the person's down for fun. You know that this is a no strings attached. This person thinks of you in a certain way that it got them to send you that late night text.
But what it sounds like from him, though, it sounds like there are strings. There is more than just cum web.
Well, he's saying, I don't want to have a sober convo. The convo is
but maybe there's
no
more
problem.
to it.
Maybe. I can't assume. I'm just going by the email.
But you can read.
And I like to extend this out to all the listeners. So if you ever wake up to a morning text from someone that is obviously drunk, your response is, Mr. Cool Guy, hey, seems like a fun night, sunglasses emoji, and then you leave it, and then you're going to have your moment. 1 a.m. rolls around, and you don't send it, this text back, you don't throw down this joker at like 2 p.m. You don't want to like.
No, yeah, that's
you throw
scary.
it down around 11:30 beyond.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, what's happening? And don't even reference. You just know in your mind what this is. It's kind of like you're on the trapeze. I call it the pussy net when you can set up.
I like it. Webs, nets.
Yeah,
when
this
you're
is
in- you're
when
in
you
this-
have a girl or a guy that it's your dick net, your pussy net, the one that you're gonna fall back into. So you do extra crazy moves on the trapeze.
That makes sense.
To me, this is like climbing a mountain, and you got that little carabiner attached to your back, and you're like, oh, I can just belay myself into this. So what you do is you throw down that Joker. Be cool. It's a free card. Use it. Understand it. But you only got 3 weeks to let that one down. TFMpodcast@gmail.com. TFMpodcast@gmail.com. Here with Andrew Collin, Andrew T. Collin, @Andrew T. Collin on all platforms. Go check him out.
By the way, I found the episode. It was if you met your friends, your college friends on your dorm floor, you're doing college wrong.
yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah. We talked about that. That actually, we have an email that is. So go check out that last episode. It was a great episode with Andrew. This is actually an email to Normal Roommate. What's up, Jared? Big fan of the podcast. I've been listening for about a year now, and I'm loving them all. I'm going to get right to it. I'm a current senior in high school. I'm committed to Penn State next year. We are. Nice. But I was admitted to summer session. Did you have that too, Tulane?
I didn't do summer session, but he probably got hooked up with a roommate that he didn't know, right?
Well, I didn't do summer session either, but I know that like sometimes to get into the school, you have to go to the summer session. And he writes, I don't know what to do about rooming. I'm a normal kid from a rich white town in central Jersey. I like that he has to let us know. Yeah, you're
from
just a
rich.
normal
It's
guy.
not your
that's
money.
loaded. Yeah,
It's not your money.
I joined the Facebook group because I guess that's the thing to do nowadays. Yeah, I've heard of that. They have the Facebook group.
Yeah, it's different. Back then, I got a letter in the mail. I
Show
didn't
up.
no picture.
Nope.
Just Zach. And I told him I actually changed my roommate. I
Oh,
changed
really?
it to from a camp friend that I knew at some Jew camp.
So
at
you knew
Kutcher's.
you set it up so you'd have a roommate
Yeah,
that
I
you
actually
knew.
had to make the call and say we're not going to be roommates. Just
Are
based
you
off.
happy that you did that? That
Oh,
you set
very
it up?
happy. Very happy.
Okay. What?
Very.
And you guys ended up being friends throughout all of college?
Who? My buddy from
Your
camp?
freshman year roommate.
Yeah. We were still great friends.
Still great friend.
Great
That's
friend.
right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
he
can set
hated
it
me
up
as a
that-
roommate. I was a terrible roommate though.
Well,
I was
we all
terrible.
were
He
at a
like
certain
threatened to
point.
burn all my clothes. It was bad.
That first roommate experience is
Because
tough
you're
for
so
everybody.
tight. You're 5 feet away from him. I'd come home hammered, just jerk off right next to him. I didn't give a shit. you know?
I told this on a past podcast, but I had my roommate. I was set up with a roommate.
Yeah.
And his parents walked in on me whacking off. It was
Was he with them? or-
yeah, it was like the first time they had
Oh my
like
God,
come,
so-
they had been to the school once before, but it was the second time they came.
Yeah.
and we all came. That
Yeah,
day.
we all did.
So I remember I was laying. I like went in the bed to get
What time was this?
It was like midday.
When you
It was
do
like
bar
a
mitzvah shows.
Friday.
Yeah.
And it was like a Friday midday, and I'm laying down like in the bed. My pillow faced the window, and then the
Okay.
door was behind me. And I just remember, I like sat down for a whack, and I knew they were coming, but I had forgotten to lock the door. So all
you're
of
a
a sudden,
thrill seeker.
all
I
of a
like-
sudden, the whole him and the two parents like. What?
Oh
like, they
my
came
God.
in like
Did you have porn on?
no, I was just like whacking
Imagination?
Just imagination. This is like pre, good internet porn.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just was whacking it, and then all of a sudden you felt like they came in like a gust of wind,
Oh,
like they
no.
all came in
And you could
together,
feel it.
and they were all just like, huh? And then they realized that what was happening. They were like, whoa, and they
under a blanket or
yeah,
no?
under a blanket. And then they all went out, and then I jumped out of the bed and I put on gym shorts, and I remember like poking my head out, like, come in.
Like, yeah, that's when like you
Yeah.
try to act normal, but
Yeah,
it's
come
so
on in.
much.
And I'm shirtless and gym shorts. Like, I didn't even
just
think.
doing crunches.
Yeah, just- And then they came in and we just had this like really awkward
Yeah.
like 10 minutes, and then I got dressed as fast as possible and left. So the freshman year roommate's tough.
did it get brought up though again? with
Never
the
got
kid?
brought
Never
up.
got brought.
Never.
Those things don't ever get brought up.
No. It got brought
Nowadays
up
you would
once.
bring it up.
Got brought up once actually. We pledged together.
You jerked off in front of my mom.
It wasn't a mad thing. He was just like do you remember that? Like a few months later.
like
yeah.
you would have forgot.
Yeah, it's actually
The worst.
ruined my life.
Yeah.
So I think with the freshman year roommate, it's always tough because you go from living with your parents and probably having your own bedroom.
Yeah.
And like you have more space than you realize
He's a
when you're
rich
in high
kid.
school.
He had
He's
a
a rich
huge
kid. He's
house.
probably got a wing.
Yeah, he's got his
of
own
the
wing,
house. So-
his own quarters.
So he writes, he joined the Facebook group because that's what kids do nowadays, and all the people who are posting are super weird. I mean, like profile picture of them holding some type of lizard or action shot of them playing in the marching band weird. I'm starting to worry that if I don't find another normal kid to room with, I'm going to end up rooming with one of these freaks. I know there are probably some chill guys in the group, but how do I make myself known? I have thought about making a post, but I don't want to seem like a total douche by saying that I don't want to room with a weird kid. Thanks for reading this. I can't wait to hear back from you. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's funny. I mean, I don't understand the Facebook group. So there's a group that Penn State sets up.
So they set up like, hey, we're going to summer session group.
Oh, so it's like you get picked for dodgeball kind of thing. Can someone pick him?
Well, I think what happens is, and I think we know this about Facebook in general, is that it's a loud minority that's posting.
Yeah.
There's much more people, and this is my advice to him, is he's looking at this Facebook group and he's seeing the people that would post. Think of how insane you have to be to post in the summer session group that's going to Penn State or whatever school you're going to. Like, think about the level of awareness you have to be like, hey guys, can't wait for summer session.
Me and my lizard.
I'm going to say that you probably don't listen to this podcast if you're posting in that summer session group with your lizard.
Yeah.
You know, so,
Was it an iguana?
Yeah, what the fuck? So I think that there's more people, and I see why he's nervous.
Yeah, I get it.
Because all you're hearing from are the losers.
So maybe back in the day it was better. You're with Zach. You're with Dave.
I got to school and I remember seeing you'd be like, I would just be walking. I'd be like, not going to be friends with him. Not going to be friends with him.
Who was your roommate though?
I got set up with a roommate and he was fine enough. He was good enough. We became
I do get it,
fine
though.
with each other. I get it. I get why
My
he's
buddy
afraid.
got a guy. He was a freak who was like an engineer who just Skype even back in the day and just like jerk off with his like a fucking freak.
And how did he deal with it?
He just was in our dorm every minute.
That's the thing.
It
Yeah,
does suck.
You did have
Yeah.
some people. Like I remember we had guys in my dorm floor, and one of them would just like hang in our room all the time because he's like, I just don't want to be around that guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and here's what you got to remember. I say here there's a thing a lot. Give yourself to the situation.
Yeah.
You're going to be a better person for having the experience. I know there's not as many weird people that are as there are posting in this group.
Yeah.
For the most part, all the weirdos are revealing themselves early in this Facebook group. So that's fine. And if you get set up with one of them, you get the name of the person you see. It's Iguana Kid. Yeah, make a fucking move.
Maybe Iguana Kid's
and
awesome,
switch.
by the way.
And you know what?
Because this kid, I'm rich. I'm from Middle Jersey.
He could use an iguana
He
kid in
could
his
use an
life.
iguana kid in his life.
Yeah.
Open your eyes.
I just think he's going to be he's going to be better off for having whatever the experience lends him. I think if you try to control your future too much, you end up fucking yourselves for like the fun of the experience.
Yeah.
Like my dad has this saying. He always says it. He's like you can never repeat. So like that means when you go on a fun vacation or you play a fun game that you made up with your friends when you're younger. You ever make up a fun game with your friends when you're younger and then you try and play that game again?
Yeah,
And you're like,
never
this
as
fucking
fun.
sucks.
Yeah.
So it kind of leading from that advice, you can never repeat, is you're trying to create a situation that you can't really create. You might call your buddy, and what you did, you called your buddy from camp, it worked out. You might call your buddy from camp, and you might not be made for living with one another, and it could ruin the relationship.
And there's
that
more
is
pressure.
right,
Yeah.
and add more pressure on
Yeah.
it. So I'm saying, I would encourage anyone that's going to college, next year in a couple years, let it happen.
And then sophomore year, you're gonna find someone.
That's the thing. You're not no one's college experience is over because of their freshman roommate. It is, you are going to juke and jive to make sure that you have a great time.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a story to tell in the long run. Also, sometimes it's good to not be two ultra dudes in the room together. There's not enough space for that much testosterone in those dorm rooms.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to have a bit player, a sidekick, a kid that's just nice and you don't need to go out with.
Yeah.
Because then it gets you away, it gets you away from this weird reality that is all this partying.
Yeah.
Where you if you're going to the frat party with your roommate, with your, with your whatever it is, you only live in the reality of, all we do is party together. If you live with someone who's like a guy who studies, keeps his room clean, it kind of makes you be like, oh fuck, I should be doing some
That's
shit.
true. Also, you don't want that pressure every time you leave the apartment or whatever, the dorm, to be like, this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
shitty conversation to
And
have. So if you guys realize you have different shit going on, that's almost a blessing. Because
Yes,
then you
it
don't
is.
have that like that pressure. You know?
That's a lot of pressure too,
Yeah.
because sometimes you'll be like, with a lot of roommates, it's not that they suck, it's just that they're not the type of buddy you want.
Yeah.
And it's tough to tell that person and be like, hey man, I'm going to this party. Don't fucking follow me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hang back, loser.
Yeah. That's a terrible conversation.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible conversation.
TFMpodcast@gmail.com. TFMpodcast@gmail.com. Here with Andrew Collin. Go follow him at Andrew T. Collin on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Oh, also Snapchat, guys. I keep getting sent videos and pictures of you guys listening. It is awesome. It feels so good. It really paprikas my nuts every time you guys send me a picture of you guys listening to the podcast. I'm JTrain56 on that. Let's go to the next email. Girlfriend's friend. Great show, homo. With that out of the way, here's one listener's suggestion. Bring back the Fraternity Brothers or the drinking game episodes. We're planning on that. Now that we're 2 a week, we're going to have the drinking game episode. We're going to have my frat brothers on again. We'll do it. Don't worry. My girlfriend and I have been dating for a couple of years, so it's somewhat serious.
Yeah, I like that guy.
I like that if he ever said to her, if she was like, what do you think of this relationship after 2 years? And he's like, it's somewhat serious.
It's somewhat serious. We have a kid together.
Yeah, we're getting there.
getting there.
One day.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
friend has been in the picture the entire time. Throughout us dating, she has told my girlfriend to break up with me numerous times, but that obviously has not happened. This has never really been a major problem. My girlfriend knows me and the friend do not like each other, but we do the whole small talk dance and generally avoid each other. But now her friend is dating one of my roommates. So she is now present in my life more than I want and talking more shit to my girlfriend behind my back because she's in a relationship and believes she knows everything. Oh, fuck. This girl
She's
sucks.
probably just like, yeah, you've been going out for 3 years, and he thinks it's just a little serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could. A little bit of the fault could fall on him. But
This girlfriend's friend sounds fat.
yeah, she does. She sounds.
I'm fucking around.
No, but she sounds terrible.
Yeah, this sounds like the worst thing to have around. So how do I play this game where I kindly tell her to fuck off without upsetting the lady? If you don't read this on the podcast, he would appreciate it. So, what do you think? How does he... She's also dating his friend.
Yeah, his roommate. So it actually goes back to the last thing with the roommates being close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was close with this guy. Now their lives are crossing. It's good to separate.
You ever had a girlfriend whose friend didn't like you?
Yeah, in college.
How'd you handle that?
I like a pussy. I was in college. I wasn't tough. You know what I mean?
You just like sidetracked it?
Yeah, I just was. Yeah, I don't know. I think she was mad because I kept sleeping in the dorm. You know, in their dorm.
Oh.
So it was like
So
that
you were
kind
like
of
in the
thing.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
I
probably.
got that.
But like, I don't know. I think it all. I mean, there's so much context there. Like, there's so much we don't know. You know what I mean?
Go with what you know.
But yeah, I think what you should do is kill her.
Murder is the only answer in
No,
this situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to be upfront with your girlfriend about it.
Let's do a little J-Train theater. Some people like the J-Train theater from last week. And I want you to be...
Improv. Is that what
we're
we're
going to do a
doing?
little improv.
Oh,
and I
God.
want you to be the guy... you be the guy... I'll be the friend
The girl that
hates him.
Okay.
Tell me to fuck off.
Go fucking. Okay, no. So I would probably be like,
hey, Andrew, what's going on?
look, I understand you're dating my roommate now, and that we're seeing each other more.
Yeah, we're really a great couple, and we're just great. You could learn something from
Look,
us.
I'm happy for you. I really am.
Yeah,
I'm
you
ha-
don't seem it.
Well-
Every time I come home or come over to your place, you look like you want to kill yourself.
Well, you constantly give me attitude, and you've been giving me attitude for 2 years.
Yeah,
I
because you
say-
don't treat my friend. You say you're somewhat together.
Look, how you're yelling at me right now, I would like you to leave.
Leave? Oh, I'm just gonna leave. I run this place now.
Oh, you're in my
Yeah,
house. You're
this
in
is
my house.
my house because I control the cum that comes out of your roommate.
Oh, by
so
the
he's
way,
gonna do whatever I
my
fucking
roommate
say.
thinks you're fat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he thinks your pussy smells.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna make sure she never blows you again. See, this is never end theater end scene.
Yeah.
I like that it was
But I'm saying,
yeah,
look what happens.
yeah,
Nothing gets accomplished.
nothing.
He's got to fight with his girlfriend now. She's fighting with the roommate
Yeah.
now. They're calling each other fat. Like, it's not. That's never gonna get him to where he wants to go, which is, just fucking moving on with his life.
Yeah,
Here's the thing he should do: kill her with kindness.
yeah. That's what I was trying to do up top there.
But
But that's good for you. Oh,
yeah,
that's
but
nice.
what he needs to do is go to her and be like, "Listen, I really like," and make it about the girlfriend. Listen, you go. I'm gonna be him now.
Yeah.
you be her fat friend.
So,
Hey, fatty, let's talk.
first of all, don't call me fatty.
I mean,
You're fat.
Linda.
Look at you.
Linda.
Look at your face.
Linda. Listen.
Love better names,
I
Linda.
love your friend.
Okay.
And we're together, and I
Why
know
don't you show it? Why don't you treat her better?
I'm doing my best, and I understand that you have a standard set for your relationships, but
yeah.
we have been together long enough that I think we should be friends, and I really want to be able to get to know each other. Can we just start at zero? And if you can't do that, I'd really appreciate you just not poking your head in. And
We've been through this before, though. You're different. You're a different person now. I mean, I think this is an act.
I understand you're holding things against me from back when I was not as mature as I am now.
Okay.
And now that we're growing up, we're becoming adults. This is a time for us to be adults together, because we're going to be in each other's lives. It seems like for a long time. End scene. See, that brings us to a place that is actually where she has to be a bigger asshole than you.
That was good. That was good.
To be the asshole.
You flipped it on her.
You got to flip it on.
You got to flip it on her.
Because you want to put someone. If there's someone that doesn't like you, you want to make it so everyone else hates them. So if someone doesn't like you, you
Yeah.
want to be so cool with them that everyone else. You're doing this. This isn't for you and her. This is for the people watching. This is for the viewers at home.
Yeah.
So if you say to her, "Hey, I'm doing everything I can. I love your friend, and I really want our relationship to be good. It really means a lot to my girlfriend that we get along, and so I'm going to try my best to make that happen." Then if she flips it and is like, "You're never nice to her," I'm trying, and then anyone watching that would be like, "That fucking cunt."
Yeah.
They wouldn't. No one would. You want to make it so she's living in her own crazy, and everyone's like, "Yeah, she's being."
And then she's
out
a
of
bad.
control.
She's a bad friend.
For not supporting the relationship.
Yeah.
At this point, 3 years in, I always think that the friend is like talking shit because they're worried about their, they're like self-conscious about their relationship status. Now that she has the boyfriend, she should be in the clear with that shit. Like, it should be over.
Well, what's interesting is she has a problem with him, and then she dates his roommate. Like,
yeah, that means that she was pissed she didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, and wants to get even closer to him and controlling. Maybe
You would think that
yeah.
she would, if she didn't like him that much, she wouldn't be around people that he is close to.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
so that means she doesn't really hate him that much.
Or she has a thing for the friend.
Well, that's how it all went down.
Yeah, but yeah.
TFMpodcast@gmail.com. TFMpodcast@gmail.com. We're here with Andrew Collin at Andrew T. Collin on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Let's go to this email. Girlfriend wants more guy friends.
Girlfriend wants more guy friends.
This is a recipe for disaster.
Does she want both of them to have more guy
Dear
friends?
J Train and guest, I moved to a new city post-graduation, met a girl, fireworks, all that gay shit. We moved in together about a year ago. And this past weekend, a plumber came over. What the fuck?
This is a porn.
It's a porno, yeah. And we moved in together about a year ago, and this past weekend, a plumber came over who is my girlfriend's friend from high school. So the plumber is the girl. He's moved in with his girlfriend. The plumber is a friend of his girlfriend. I wasn't home at the time, but she told me he asked her to get coffee to fucking, he puts in quotes, catch up.
Okay.
I asked about her past with him, and she said that they had a thing. Oh my God. But would not go into detail. That's...
Yeah, this is all
If I'm
sounds
dating a
bad.
girl, I want the fucking detail.
Yeah.
right? Like I want
Oh, absolutely. Because you don't want to make up the detail in your head.
no, yeah, give me
It's
the-
way worse. The
She's-
detail's always way worse.
That means she's holding something back.
Yeah.
I didn't press the issue and instead just made it made me uncomfortable. She started freaking out, saying that she wanted more guy friends and that I have friends that are girls and I am enforcing a double standard. Now, these, he puts in quotes, girls, she is stating that are my friends I haven't hooked up with and I work with them. This is two different universes we're talking here. I imagine she probably fucked this guy because we met and I fucked her before I knew her last name. Have I been blinded by the pussy and am I living with a whore? We have been together. Oh my God! We have been together almost 2 years now, and is this the point? Her true colors are coming out. I don't know what the fuck to do. She's planning on meeting up with this guy to chill, and I'm sick of having this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, brother. Yeesh.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with that. First of all, he's a plumber,
Yeah.
right? And okay, he's calling her a whore. Oh, but he's not calling her a whore, right? But he's obviously
He's
very
wondering if
upset.
she is a whore.
He's
Yeah.
very upset. But it sounds like he also has he sounds like he could be over jealous, right?
Well,
I don't know.
Here's what I'll say. Anytime you get in a fight with your significant other and then they yell about something that has nothing to do really with the fight,
Yeah.
it's that they have a bigger problem with the relationship. So like what the trigger
Yeah.
for me is when she goes, "You have tons of girlfriends."
Yeah.
That is a trigger because that has nothing to do
With the relationship with the plumber.
With the plumber, that has nothing to do. That's the same thing as yelling, "You eat subs on Friday."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like it has nothing.
Yeah.
It means that outlash, that lashing out,
Yeah.
is because there were other problems that she had with the relationship that have nothing to do. That means she feels stuck in what's going on. That's what I do. When I'm about to break up with a girl, I start bringing up other shit that I'm like, look at all these issues we have.
Yeah.
Because you want to, when you're going to end a relationship, it sounds like what she's doing. She feels stuck because they moved in too quick and they're in this relationship that they don't really see going anywhere. So she's trying to create a list of items that she can present to the jury of their peers that shows this needed to end. Because every relationship, when it ends, it's because of one thing, and that one thing is insane.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
You know, it's never like. And if you explain it to people, you'd be like, if you brought it to a jury and you were like, she doesn't follow Google Maps.
Yeah.
And they would
she
be like,
also fucked Steve.
but they would be like, that's it? Just
Yeah,
Google Maps?
yeah, just Google
like,
Maps.
that's the one thing. And
Yeah.
you'd be like, well, it's that. Plus, I'm like,
Plus this
I'm
plumber.
done, and I'm done fucking her. And
Yeah.
I kind of like downloaded Tinder for a week just to see what it was like. And then you sound like the asshole.
Yeah. But do you think that she might just be trying to get more attention from him and that he's not giving her enough attention, so she's using the plumber?
I don't think it is. I think when you say, well, you have lots of girlfriends, I want lots of guy friends, now you're trying to create a list of things that are wrong with this relationship for why it will end in the future. So I see her doing, well, you have tons of girls, you know, that's just something that she wants to add to the group. Her going out with the guy for coffee, like, he wouldn't care about that if he was comfortable in the relationship.
Yeah.
If I had a girlfriend and she was like, yeah, I met this guy, the plumber that came over, I went to high school with, we're gonna go catch up and get coffee. I hadn't seen him forever. I wouldn't ask
If they hooked up?
if they hooked up. I would just be like, oh, cool. How do you, like, I would ask, like, how do you know each other? And then I would feel it out and I would be like, oh, they just were friends. Like, I wouldn't even think hook up
Yeah.
until I felt it out a bit.
Maybe because
He
it was a
felt
plumber.
out. Yeah, well, and I'd be like,
you're fucking a plumber?
I'd be like, okay, go present this case to your mom.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
who she wants you to be with.
Yeah.
You know, and so,
I'm an electrician. You gonna
Yeah.
fuck a plumber?
Yeah. I just think that this is recipe for, I just think because they're living together, she brings up, it's that bringing up the other thing when it's really like, when you explode about something else, is that you have a problem with the whole thing. So, you know, her wanting to go and get with this other guy, I think that's a side issue to the real issue, is that she is looking to create a case for why they should move out and not be together. And I know I'm making this sound more serious than maybe someone listening is like, wow, after that one thing, fine. But this is like one of those like small things that's a huge thing.
No, it makes perfect sense what you're saying. It's also like a weird competition thing too to bring that up, where it's like you
Yeah.
have girlfriends, I'm gonna have guy friends. Plus, there's a big difference between going to get coffee and catching up and chilling together.
Yeah.
Like, what is she gonna go over his apartment and hang out?
Friends of the opposite
Yep.
sex are all about how easy it is to explain them. So he was like, "Yeah, I work with them." That's easy to explain. Her explanation, "Yeah, we went." This is her explanation. "Yeah, we went to high school together. We had a thing, and he just showed up randomly,
Yeah,
and now
that's
we want to
fun-
go
yeah.
and catch up." That's a weird
Yeah.
to anybody listening to that. You know,
Unless he just locks her in the house all day, and this is like the only time she's allowed out.
yeah,
You know what I
Unless
mean?
he's
Like-
the worst boyfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm sure
yeah.
he has his issues too. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's not a perfect
Yeah.
boyfriend. The problem is they live together, and
She might feel like she's smothered, and like maybe she has no guy friends at all. And
well,
like,
also, what's she doing home during the day to meet with the plumber? Does she have a job? Does she have hobbies? Does she have friends? She probably feels like this is her one chance to get out into
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
world and have
saying.
a different experience
Yeah.
than her normal everyday. I just
if
think
she's shooting for the plumber, she really wants out.
I think
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. The plumber
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
like she's like a running back looking for a hole.
Yeah,
The plumber's
yeah.
just the one that opened up.
Yeah, if you're, just a plumber fell in her lap.
Fell in her lap.
Yeah.
TFM podcast at gmail.com. TFM podcast at gmail.com. This is a good one, I think. Andrew Collin at Andrew T. Collin on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
I've become that guy. Hey, J-Train. I've recently come to the terrifying realization that I've become that guy.
Oh.
I interrupt people, push a joke too far, and sometimes kill the vibe. I have become impatient, impulsive, and irrational. I'm always the drunkest one at the party. I'm not mean-spirited at all. I just try too hard. You know the type. Yeah, that's what I've become. I know it's bad, but I want to change this. I wasn't always like this. I'm a 20-year-old sophomore at a small Northwestern private school of about 15,000 students. Back in high school, I was always the level-headed one. After coming home and seeing some old friends, I realized how much I've changed for the worst. I don't know what made this happen. Maybe I just got too excited to be in college that I overdid it a little. I needed to change this. Though I really haven't hurt anyone, I feel really guilty about being so annoying. Also, I haven't made any close friends. I've met people, but no one ever trusts or really likes that guy. I fucked up, but I want to fix this. Am I done for? Is my reputation sealed as that guy? Or can I change this? Also, how can I change this? I love the podcast. Thank you for reading my email. What do you think? That's tough.
that's
have
a
you
good
ever
one.
have you ever felt like you've
Yeah,
been that
I've been that guy.
Yeah,
I
we've
mean,
all-
yeah,
we've all
it comes-
been
stems
that
from
guy.
insecurity.
Yes.
You think the louder you are, the more people will like you. You're scared, so you drink more. Like my,
Well,
and you also
I'll bring up a story if you don't mind me bringing it up.
Oh, yeah,
the
I mean,
first time I met you.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Was I too drunk or were you?
You were.
Oh, really?
Do you remember this?
No,
We were at an open
because
mic.
I don't really drink that much.
We were at an open mic Eastville,
Yeah.
and I remember this like it was yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm that guy.
For a minute.
Wow, I didn't know this. I wish
do
you
remember
told me this.
You used to come to Eastville.
Yeah.
But the first time you ever came.
Yeah.
So there's there's open mics. When you first start comedy, you go to open mics. So I go to a lot of, I still go to open mics. You go to a lot of them. And
I was
used
probably
to-
new to the city. I was probably scared.
You
so
were
I would
very
drink.
new,
Yeah.
and you got hammered.
Wow.
And I remember you heckled someone at the open mic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man. That's stupid.
Do you remember this?
No.
You don't remember this at all? That was the first time. That's the only reason I remember
Really?
you from minute
I thought
one.
we hit off kind of friendly.
No, this was after.
Oh.
I remember you were sitting in the back.
Yeah.
And you yelled at it was a girl on stage, and she gave you shit. And like you yelled at her, and you were very drunk, and then she gave you shit, and then I came up and I gave you shit. I was like, "Fuck this guy!" Like made fun of
Oh.
you, and then it kind of ended. But then
Maybe I just thought we were all having fun. Like that's.
you didn't even go on stage.
Oh wait, that's.
You were just there watching.
really?
Yeah, because you had never gone on before.
No. Maybe
I'm positive.
Are you sure it was me?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I don't know because I didn't know this couldn't.
But you're a good guy. We're friends.
But I
and
didn't drink for the first 7 months I moved here, so I don't.
I remember this. This is like a.
Wow. Maybe I was sober. That's
Specific-
the funny thing. I don't think I was drunk.
I remember this. It was back at Eastville. I
Yeah.
remember it was their 5:00 Monday mic.
Yeah, I
That's a
remember that
sad
mic. I
open
remember
mic.
seeing you there all the time.
Yeah, and that I just
Wow.
remember it, and I just think
I think I was louder and more obnoxious when I first moved here because probably for the same kind of reason this kid's doing it.
well,
you
that's
know?
the thing. He feels
Yeah.
self-conscious.
Yeah.
You're in a place that isn't your own.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, you grew into that reality.
Oh, yeah.
You grew into that bubble. You went from your neighborhood and the friends from your neighborhood to the bigger high school that was farther away from your neighborhood. And
Yeah.
you all had like experiences and like youth soccer practices, and you had a connection. So you were already in this little cocoon.
Yeah.
And then you go to the new world, which is whether it's stand up or your college or whatever,
Yeah.
and you start saying, "Oh, I gotta make a statement. I gotta show people how
Yeah.
great I am."
Yeah.
And the only way to show people how great you are is by being you.
Yeah. I
Not
know.
by kicking your coverage a little bit.
I know.
So I think, but I have this memory about you, but I didn't hold it against you because
Yeah.
here's what happened. We kept having interactions,
Yeah.
having talks,
Yeah.
hanging out, seeing each other, and all you can do to change a reputation with one is with one person.
Yeah.
You can't do it with the whole group.
You were pretty intimidating though at first.
I can understand
Yeah,
that.
you have so like that aura of probably alpha that
Yeah.
you throw out. So I was like, well, I'm gonna be alpha.
You out-alpha
I
him.
always try to out alpha. I try not to anymore. I try not to let that affect me.
But I think what
And I think-
this guy's thing, he's going to try. He's trying to do it for the whole group. You can
Yeah.
only change your reputation one person at a time.
Yeah, and I think he's overthinking it too. Like
Totally.
you could literally not drink for a month, and they'll be like, oh. Yeah, Steve was so low drunk, or like slowly your
Yeah.
actions will, but you're not going to change someone's opinion. Their opinion will only change through your actions.
Exactly.
And not any other, all this other shit. And dude, everyone gets fucked up.
Everyone.
Like, don't feel alone. Like, I've done the dumbest shit in the world. You know what I
have
mean?
too. Horrible.
Like,
And don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
The other thing I would do if I were you, buddy, when you go back to school or if you're back now, start drinking later in the night.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Don't
drink
do
at the
shots.
pregame. Don't do shot. Just skip the pregame. Go to the pregame.
yeah.
But get a cup, fill it with club soda and a splash
Yeah.
of cranberry. Okay? And it looks like a drink and you're not drinking and at least you're sitting there and you're making the same movements as everyone else. No one's going to give a fuck whether you're drinking or not. No one cares. Everyone's worried in their own head about their shit.
Yeah.
So you have a drink in your hand. As long as you got that cup in your hand, everyone assumes you're drinking and you just hang. And you corner off one guy that you thinks you're the least shitty.
Yeah.
And you fucking talk to him about sports. I go sports first with people that I don't really know, especially guys, because I have a knowledge about that, and I usually know within 4 seconds if they have a knowledge of it. And it's just like, it's the great communicator.
And I feel like sometimes you feel like you have to belong.
Yeah.
There's that belonging feel, especially in college. I mean,
Totally.
it's so fucking strong in college. But like you're good on your own. Like, don't feel like you have to impress.
Yeah.
Like, just be strong in yourself and like value yourself.
It's the same thing with dating.
Yeah.
Dating and making friends. It's all about it's all about saying, this is my restaurant.
Yeah.
This is the restaurant I have. You can come here and eat. If you don't like it, hopefully someone else will like it.
Yeah.
But this is what I make. This is what I do. I make the appetizer, the entree, and the dessert. And I know not everyone's going to love my restaurant, but there will be people that will come and love it.
Yeah.
So you can only have the restaurant of you. You can't really you can't keep switching it because you never go to a restaurant that's like, oh, it was a burger place last week. Now it's a Mexican place.
Yeah.
Now
I'm
it's
going
an
to trust
Italian
their
place.
Mexican when
no,
they're
I liked it when it was a burger place.
Yeah.
And you can only be what you are. So I think he's being too hard on himself. I'm sure people fucking hate you. But not everyone. Not everyone. Everyone's just like, oh, maybe he gets too drunk. So the advice is twofold. Be you. Tone it down a notch. Just fucking corner off one person at the party.
Pick your spots. Pick your spots.
your spots.
Or really hike it up. Like,
Or go way up there. No, don't
Buy
do
a
that.
lizard.
Yeah, buy a lizard. Be lizard guy. No, I'm just saying, like, you can't change everyone's opinion all at once. You can only change them one at a time. And listen, don't drink at the pregame. That is a really good way, because then what it does is it keeps the party in front of you. You don't want to be, there's very few people out there who can run out of the tunnel with the American flag in their hand as the whole team charges behind them. Sometimes you got to be the guy in the back to make sure you don't fall.
Yeah.
So you've learned your lesson. You're not the lead flag guy. Okay, you're a back of the bus guy.
Be the intelligence.
See how it goes, guy.
Yeah.
And play with that for a little while and see how it goes. Andrew, thank you for coming on, answering some emails.
Thanks for having me.
At Andrew T. Collin on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I'm Jared Freed, tfmpodcast@gmail.com. Keep sending those emails. We're here twice a week. Now we're going to come right back with some hypotheticals and the news.
I can't say life's a bitch because it's what you make of it. You make your own bitch, so you gotta land it.
Hey guys, welcome back. Here with Andrew Collin. Thank you for answering those emails with us. It was great.
Thank you.
At Andrew T. Collin. Go follow him. Mansam,
Yes, sir.
good to see you. Go follow Chris on Twitter at Mansam, Mandatory Samson Podcast every Friday. This is actually a really fun. So do you remember when Jimmy Fallon was on last week?
Yeah.
We got an email about the guy who said his girlfriend said that she had just been with a guy with a bigger penis.
Yeah.
So she said that her ex had a bigger penis than her current boyfriend. Okay.
How does that get brought up?
He brought it up, whatever.
He
So
asked
the
too many questions.
So I got an email. This is from the girlfriend.
Oh, this is great.
The girlfriend wrote, "Sup, J-Train. I was listening to the podcast today because I had a few episodes to catch up on. I recognize a similarity in the most recent episode. I'm almost positive that I'm the girlfriend to the smaller dick guy.
This is the best ever.
I don't believe he knows that I too listen to this awesome podcast, but I guess he will know now. Here's the thing. Yes, my ex's dick was huge, but that's the thing. It was too big.
Oh, wow.
Guys don't like hearing that.
They hear too big.
We think there's no such thing. I would find myself in pain and a lot of discomfort to the point where I dreaded having sex with him. Not to mention, he fucking sucked in bed. This is the way I see it. Just because a guy has a bigger hammer doesn't make him a better craftsman."
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
The boyfriend is listening to this right now like, yes, thank God.
No, he still thinks he has a small dick.
That didn't make him feel better.
That doesn't make him feel
I
bad.
still want that guy's big fucking hammer, okay? I love my boyfriend, and I now very much, I have now very much, and I love my boyfriend, and I have now very much, and his dick is the perfect size to me. He has a bomb-ass dick and knows how to use it.
Damn.
I hope this makes it on the podcast. You rock. Keep up the podcast. You make me laugh so much that my coworkers think I'm retarded. Thanks, an avid listener. How about that?
That is
Wow.
awesome. I love...
We may have just fixed a couple.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
So if you guys haven't listened to last week's yet, go to Jimmy Fallon's episodes, so 2 ago, because we're doing 2 a week now.
Yep.
We talk about the guy who wrote in that said his girlfriend said her ex had a bigger penis
That's
than
still,
him.
but you still wouldn't feel good.
Well, I think the advice we
Right.
gave him was that there was a line that we used that some restaurants are known for their appetizers.
Okay.
He's a lot of restaurant metaphors in this
Yeah, a lot of
podcast. But
restaurant.
You know what you know.
yeah, so listen, he's got to be a small dish guy. That's what we
Right.
we said. But thank you for writing in. I hope that couple gets married and I can go to the wedding and sit in the back
Why
and,
not fishy
and
in it? Yeah.
just hold up a medium-sized penis
Yeah.
in the back. Let's do some shout-outs to who it may concern. I got a shout-out last time and it got me a hand bra pick, which is probably the equivalent of a generic brand cereal, but I can't complain. Now I feel obligated to return the favor for the guy who called me out. Shout out to Scoot ABC, SCOOT ABC. He has astigmatism and loves beehole pics. Hey J-Train, great podcast, very funny and practical, probably the best on the interwebs right now. Thank you. I regularly listen to Big J Okerson's Legion of Skanks and the great Bill Burr's podcast Monday morning, but I've listened to 2 of your August episode. I stand corrected. But after listen, I don't know what that does. It mean this is a good one?
Yeah, I think he
Or is
enjoys
good?
it now. Yeah.
Awesome. We got to get Big J on. I think he'd be a great guest, and I think that could happen. Hey, J-Train, a roommate just showed me your podcast. I'm a huge fan. My friend put my number on Craigslist advertising that I had a free llamas. My phone blew up, so I wanted to get him back. Everyone send him fucked up shit on Snapchat. Please, his name is on Snapchat, Big Demps. Big DEMPS. So, buddy wants to fuck with his buddy. Let's do some Would You Rathers. You ready?
Let's do it.
These Would You Rathers this week, they've been getting really good.
Oh, great. I'm excited.
So Yo, Jay Trizzle, high school junior, love the podcast. Been a listener
High
since
school
like
junior.
month 2. Got a lot of high school listeners. You know the crazy convoluted stories and tittles porn videos have. Well, one of them inspired this hypothetical.
Excellent.
So this guy was whacking off.
Right.
Tittles?
Who knows?
I think he probably capitalized an I. in
maybe
tits.
so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just like that he was whacking off and he was like, you know what? This reminds me of a Would You Rather for J-Train.
I'm not going to come
Oh, yeah.
now. Let me write J-Train. real
Yeah.
quick.
Would you rather fuck your best friend's daughter or fuck your daughter's best friend?
Your best friend's
So
daughter.
it's your best friend's daughter or your daughter's best friend. Either way, they're pretty hot and of legal age, and they come at you instead of you pursuing them. So you're not too fucking creepy. Oh, okay. As long as I'm not too creepy. Also, either way, the other person finds out. Would you take your closest bro's daughter to the bone zone, ending possibly forever your friendship, or would you buy your daughter's best friend a ticket to the bone train, leaving Penetration Station, guaranteeing she'll have major daddy issues and possibly causing her to become a mid-class stripper? Mid-class stripper. Again, love the
top tier,
podcast.
mid-class.
Yeah. Mid-tier stripper. What do you think? What do you do?
So wait, so it's the best friend's daughter or the daughter's best friend?
Yeah.
So
It's a
one
good
of the
one.
scenarios, you don't have to have a daughter. Right?
Yeah, you want no daughter.
Yeah, I don't want a daughter. I'd rather have a son.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's mine.
That's yours. So
Yeah.
you're going with the best friend's daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going best friend's daughter also. And if anybody that listens to this podcast listens to my podcast, it's Joey that's the co-host of the show. So I
Yeah.
just think it'd be funny to bang his daughter.
I couldn't disagree with you guys more. That is so stupid.
That was pretty.
No, you go daughter's best friend because they will probably not be. Girls call 20 girls their best friends.
Yeah.
And then they girls leave friends by the wayside like all day long. This girl wasn't going to be friends with her. They were going to get in a fight about some guy, and it might as well be you. So I'm saying you get the daughter's best friend. Your buddy's been there your whole life.
Yeah, he'll still be around. He's all right.
Yeah, he'll go for the daughter, and plus younger. She'll get over it.
Yeah.
J-Train. My name's Phil, and I'm an avid listener from Gothenburg, Sweden.
Nice.
Gothenburg, Sweden. I'm halfway through my second year of college in Minnesota. Fuck knows why. Yeah, what the fuck? I have a would you rather that I'd like to consider. Would you rather get caught jacking off, or
You already told the story on this episode where you got caught.
yeah, I
jerking
did,
off.
or get caught pounding a fake butt, and he sent an Amazon link to a fake butt.
Can I say it?
It's pretty insane.
Wow.
It's literally a butt to fuck.
That's like a whole nother level. I mean, it's not even close.
Who am I caught by? The fake butt, I feel like if I got walked in on while fucking a rubber butt,
That's way more embarrassing.
it is a female butt. It does have a
Yeah.
vagina
Well-
too, so we should remember that.
No, then you have to fucking invest. That thing's probably $200. So that means you went.
How expensive is that?
It's more embarrassing to be caught. How much embarrassed? It costs $32.15, man.
That's worth it.
Oh,
I
never
think.
mind.
Yeah, this
never
is-
mind.
gotta go for
Never
it.
mind. I didn't realize
This
how
isn't-
cheap they are now.
Yeah, man, the prices come down.
Back in my day.
that that and oil.
Yeah.
You can get fake butts and
No, if you're
fill up a tank of gas for a reasonable cost.
Imagine
these days.
this, right? Imagine
Yeah.
those parents came home and you were instead of jerking off, you were fucking
Yeah.
that.
Well, revealing a fetish is way more embarrassing than just revealing your sexual.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like
right.
you.
That's insane.
If you're whacking off, someone can be like, "Yeah, I whack off too." But if you're like sitting there with like a furry butt,
That kid would not. That
You
kid
know?
would not be your roommate anymore.
yeah,
your
you're-
parents would have took him out of the
and
college.
It's all about how people react to the story is what you would rather do. So I'd rather whack off get caught whacking off because they go to someone, they're like, I caught my roommate whacking off, and everyone's like, oh, me too.
Yeah.
That story isn't that much fun to tell, but it is fun to tell. I walked into my roommate fucking a fake butt.
And the butt was on top.
Yeah.
It's way more desperate to fucking ask. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you're trying too hard. Let's do another one.
These are great this week.
Yeah, these are really good. These have been great. Hey, J-Train, big fan of the podcast. I've been listening to you for over a year. Love the 2 episodes a week idea and the newish Would You Rather segment. I got one for you. Would you rather be a millionaire who gets to live the lifestyle of the rich and famous, private jet, multiple homes, charities, real Wolf of Wall Street shit?
Charities.
Or would you rather be a billionaire who lives a secret life and doesn't do all that stuff that normally comes with being rich? I hope this makes it on the podcast. Once again, I love the podcast. So You're either a millionaire who acts like a billionaire or a billionaire who acts like a millionaire is really the question.
Right.
I think it depends on where you're at in your life, but I would say a millionaire that acts like a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, who needs a
Why
billion?
not?
Why do you need a billion?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not live lavishly? Yeah.
The only reason it's about what you want, what you're looking for. I think the way to play it is you start by acting small. Like you start by billionaire acting like a millionaire so that you get with the right people, and then you're like, hey guys, I got this secret. I won Powerball.
Right.
And then you start treating your real friends, because it's all about that you're going to find the hangers on you will find when you are the guy living that lavish lifestyle is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, the people are like, you got a boat? Yeah, I'll go. I'll do whatever
Yeah.
you say. I don't know. I yes, it would be more fun, but practically,
Yeah, and you can influence a lot more shit if you have $1 billion than just a couple of $1,000,000 and you're just throwing it around doing
Yeah,
parties, whatever. You have $1 billion.
it all
you can
depends.
really.
I mean, if you have 20 million, I mean, it depends. Are you like,
I think I would play. I think I would go billionaire that lives like a millionaire, but also I would like really hobo it up. So
Right.
like I would dress up, like pick out of trash cans, and then if someone tried to give me change, I'd just turn and give them $100 bill.
like, are you a billionaire?
Wouldn't believe what fucking happened today.
But are you like a billionaire with like a hot wife and you're just hanging out in your mansion up on top of a hill? I mean, that's not such a bad life.
I know.
And you get to,
I guess it's why not. The stakes aren't as high. Like, let's say
Yeah.
you only get 10 years of living like a billionaire while a millionaire, but then you get a lifetime of being a billion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
There's
those 10
some-
years are worth it.
Right.
You know, the energy.
Yeah.
Let's go to the news. I think we're good to go.
Okay,
TFM
cool.
Thank you for sending those hypotheticals. Send them more in. Hypotheticals. Just put it in the title, hypotheticals, and then send it to tfmpodcast@gmail.com.
Scientists have put in hard work to discover the best time of day to get laid. What time of day do you think that is?
What do you think the best time of day to get laid is?
I mean,
And it's based
day,
on-
not night. Like night is eliminated.
Night, morning,
Whatever.
whatever
Oh,
you want
best
to do.
time would probably be like, I don't know, 11.
my favorite time.
11 at night.
My favorite time to fuck, and this is my favorite. This is how I want to live the rest of my life. Okay, you're on the beach. Okay, and you have a pina colada, like you have like one of those sweet drinks.
Yeah.
That they top off. They do the topper.
Yeah, the one.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? You
Right,
know, and
the
they
Bacardi on top.
yeah, you get the floater on
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
So so then you spend the day. You're on the beach. 12 o'clock rolls around. Waiter comes along. They're like, "You ready? 5 o'clock." That's what you have a cool waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah." Put in the Miami Vice with a floater. So they serve you up the Miami Vice with a floater. You have 2 of those.
Okay.
Then they're like, "You still going?" You're like, "Just bring me a beer and a shot."
This
So you
is
have,
insanely specific, but go ahead.
This
Yeah,
is what
no,
this
like
is my
it.
perfect time to fuck.
All right.
And then you have the beer and the shot. Now it's around 4:30. The sun is
dusk.
starting to come down. It's a winter time too. It's the winter time, so you're at a vacation beach.
Right.
Okay, you're like in St. Bart's or something.
You look at the girl next to you. You start rubbing her leg a little bit, giving her.
You never met her before.
You met. You're on the beach with her.
Okay.
And you start rubbing her leg a bit. She starts rubbing your leg. You're like, "Oh shit, we can't do this here because I'm in a bathing suit."
Sure.
Then you go into the pool. You go to the pool and you bring the shot into the pool. You take the shot in the pool. You guys just start hugging a little bit. And then I might cry. This is so romantic. And then you whisper in her ear, "Time for fucking."
Oh, yeah.
And then you go up to the bedroom and now you're fucking around like 6.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then you go for dinner. So 6 o'clock, sun is setting over the beach. You get the best part of the day.
Sometimes you don't
Magic
want
hour,
too much
yeah.
light.
No, not. And
You
it's
don't
just,
want too
it's
much
just
light.
enough light.
Yeah.
And then you guys go into dinner stinking of butthole.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
and
What do
you
you
guys
eat?
have dinner
What do you
together.
eat?
Now you're eating like
Lobster?
crazy. You're
You
going
get
out.
fucking lobsters?
Now you can eat whatever you want. There's
You already came.
You already came.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to feel like nice. You've
kinda
already
like-
had. You've had. In my mind, you've had the best looking sex you could have with your body,
Right.
Because you've drained yourself of all the water weight,
Yeah.
because you're at the beach all day, and you've had enough on your system to really put in a good fuck.
Yeah.
I might have just turned on every girl that listens to this
Yeah.
the one girl that listens.
She paused this.
So what's the time of day?
Well, so you're pretty close. It says in the afternoon, women have high levels of the hormone cortisol, which helps alertness.
This is
and
why
they're
I
at their
ho-
most energetic.
This is why I host this podcast.
This is why
a
I'm
fucking
terrible.
genius.
Yeah. What
I
did
knew
I?
it.
What did I say?
11
What did I say?
o'clock.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
What I like to do is I fill up my Folgers, and then I wake her up.
I just think
And
you're
then-
at your optimal.
Yeah, you're like ready to
You're,
go.
you-
That's
you're
when,
right on. It
Yeah.
says guys are have high levels of estrogen or something, making them more emotionally present during sexual.
So what
Yeah,
time
I'm just
is the
saying.
exact time?
You're
7?
Seven's the right time.
Like it says afternoon, so
Six-
but let's say 4 to 7.
I'm
maybe,
telling
yeah.
you want to fuck at dusk. That's the best time
No, I
to
think
fuck.
fucking it does. I think you're on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right on.
And the food is gonna taste better.
Yeah, you've already done it.
You know what
You're,
it's like? You know, you're go. I don't know.
you're playing
Whatever.
with house money.
a rub and tug, right?
Yes.
You get the tug first, then the rub. You
Yes.
get the rub out of the way, or you get the tug out of the way.
Yeah. You're
Trust me.
clear-headed.
You're
Yeah.
clear-headed. You get a nice massage. Meanwhile, if you don't, you're laying on your boner the whole time.
When I get a massage, I lay on my. I this is my trick for massages. If you're ever lucky enough to get a massage,
Yeah.
I go about every other day. So no, I'm kidding.
I get a lot of massages.
Whenever I go for a massage. This just turned into the richest podcast on earth. Whenever I go for a massage, here's what I do. I go on my back first. So I lay on my back first because it sucks. What a normal masseuse will tell you, they'll say, get on your stomach
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
And then midway through, they're like, okay, get up. And you're like, oh, I gotta fucking wrestle around. And they flip you over.
Right.
If you go on your back first, you can finish at your most relaxed on your stomach. Do you understand? So
Smart, yeah.
So it's similar to what you're saying, except not as creepy.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty.
Do we have time for one more story?
Yeah, it's not even a long story.
Let's
This is
do
just
one
a
more.
Okay.
Because we're trying to keep these tight
yeah.
for the 2 a week.
This one is terrible. The dick switch is the horrifying future of male contraception.
I saw
Wait,
this.
time out. Wait, what? Oh, where you can turn it.
Yeah.
on
So
and
how
off
does it work? I didn't read it because I was like, this seems like it's going to gross me
It
out.
doesn't give as many details as I would have liked. However, they include a picture, and it seems like they just attach stuff to your nuts that you can turn on and off whether you're going to come.
Hey, women! I'm gonna give you a piece of advice.
Ejaculate. You can orgasm.
no, but I
I'm
thought
gonna give a piece of advice to women. Come to us with your male contraceptives when they're ready. I don't want your fucking beta
Right.
plan for what I always hear every year. There's like, oh, the male pill is coming,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't come. Come to me,
Yeah.
when we're fucking through testing, and then I'll start expanding my horizons.
Yeah, you're not
okay?
going to turn my scrotum into a light switch. That's
No.
not going to happen. I'm
I'll
just
do a
never going to
clap
do that.
on. Clap
Clap on, clap off.
Yeah, I do that.
I don't know. Well, thank you for bringing the news.
Yeah, of course.
Chris. TFMpodcast@gmail.com. We're here every Tuesday and Friday now with your emails, your stories, your questions. Please keep sending those emails. Keep spreading the word, telling your friends and your coworkers. I love doing this podcast. I want you guys to keep spreading that love. I love that you guys like it and are enjoying. And as I said before, it paprikas my nuts every time you send me a Snapchat with you listening. So JTrain56 on Snapchat. Andrew, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. This was
You
fun.
can follow Andrew on all platforms at Andrew T. Collin with 2 L's. Go check him out, support him. Great comic, funny guy, even though he heckled at his first open mic.
Apparently, I did. I still. I'm leaving here. I'm thinking about that for a week.
No,
At
you're
least.
good.
No,
We'll be
I'm
here.
gonna start drinking.
We'll be here next on Friday with more show. We have a special guest on Friday that we think you're going to enjoy. So keep telling your friends, spreading the word. We'll see you on Friday.